Hello there, Twitch. Welcome back. I'm streaming a little bit later than I intended to, and apologies for any background noise you might hear. I wanted to stream some more, so what I had to do. Yes, I'm over here in the desert because I was trying to get all the waypoints unlocked. But don't worry, we haven't progressed any farther in the main Archon quest. Actually, I will be right back. Stream-wise. Okay, never mind. Okay, it's not available right now.
Sure.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Solidify!
We'll need a strategy.
I actually got Mr. Zhongli via his rerun. I already had Kokomi from her prior rerun. The one that was alongside Shogun. During the Shogun's rerun. No, because this time I was going for more Ganyu constellations. And I managed to get 2 as well as D-Luke, who was a standard banner character I was missing for 3.1 roster. Of course, I still don't have Tainari, but I'll probably lose a 50-50 to him at some point or another.
Respect must be given to the will of every creature. Each fish in the ocean swims in its own direction.
There's still a long road ahead.
Yes, Zach, I know. Still a very long road ahead. He wasn't always there. Or was it? And I'm just an idiot. I guess I never come back here through this way. I didn't even notice that was there.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating ferry. We've got you, all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Oh, God, it's the Urban Knights. Ugh. The only one of these characters, like these types I care about is freaking Dia.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
Il Dottore.
The outcast? An outcast from the... But why wouldn't the doctor
What's the
just send
doctor?
the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
You're up, traveler!
What's that gonna do? Shit.
Following orders.
New punch.
Propagate! Yeah! Take that!
A pistol reprise! Fire hazard! Speed of light!
Need more.
That's close
With
enough.
sword comes shadow. Don't blink!
Need more.
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements! Got lucky that time. Hold the line! Incoming! Cut to the chase! That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he predict that we would try to find Tighnari? Going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going.
Yes, Paimon, let's go.
Allow me.
Damn it, I don't... Pieces. Oh, wow. I hope Kale's okay. Oh, Kale's the one that did those experiments on her. A little bit of lag. Kale. Or Kale.
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here? Kale! It's nice to see you again. Are you doing alright? To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks.
Oh no. We need to find a cure for this precious green bean.
As a result, Master Tighnari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Poor girl.
Oh, Kale!
It seems like curing Irmisol is our only chance.
Speaking of Tighnari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him. Oh, Master Tighnari? You just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI. He left? What? Isn't Tighnari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation. I thought it was weird too. Master Tighnari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry this time, though.
He didn't give a reason?
No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule. To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tighnari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis DI is something like the Amorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tighnari once spent a long time conducting research at Partis DI.
Is that the greenhouse?
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tighnari just decided to work on all of a sudden. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Please take care of yourself, Kale.
Don't worry. I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tighnari, please send him my regards. Got it. Will do.
See you later, Kale. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut off Paimon. Don't really want to walk there. this time. Just else. Good. I was correct then. I just realized without Kale on my team, I can't light as long. Damn it.
Scatter!
Catherine? Or Nahida, probably.
Wait! Look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey! This was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment! Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds.
Yeah, which is very concerning, actually.
Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up and I was facing the Doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky. Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
I agree.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point. Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right? When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the Doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix.
Interesting.
Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me. Whew. What a relief. The Doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us. I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards.
Oh no, not the trump cards.
Also, the Doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha.
Uh-oh.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then, how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha.
We need to hurry.
Ugh, it feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the Doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui. We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem.
We need to free the real Nahida.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us? Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads? We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find? Okay. Let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Yeah, I don't think Tanari's gonna mind. He hears everything. He already heard us conversating. I hear I can't do his voice, but I hear everything. Hey, it's that one scholar.
Traveler? It is you!
Hypoxia.
Ah! The voice! It's Hypatia!
Hypatia, my bad. Didn't expect to run into you here.
What a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada life? Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporna life?
What do you think?
I'm impressed.
My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it! Congratulations!
I'm really happy for you.
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last.
I mean, I know that trainings to get to this stage is pretty difficult, but I'm a little worried that something might be wrong.
When my consciousness made contact with the gods, what a supreme and unparalleled experience that was!
You need to calm down, Hypatia.
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can do that?
Do you believe her, Nahida?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneal with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Alright. Let's hope that it works.
Okay.
Ready?
Maybe.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand.
Scaramouche.
The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human, my family, my friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
See the traces to the Shogun, and I.
What was that?
What the hell? This is out of nowhere. I mean, I do feel bad for Scaramouche, but can't say I can forgive some of his sins. He did take Teppy away. Those delusions. I still think he's a better character than Child ever will be. This is neither the Greater Lord's consciousness nor King Deshirt's consciousness.
Did we actually just see the Balladeer's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God, please grant me forgiveness and salvation.
Hypatia, you definitely have the wrong memories. You're so dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and yet here you are, with Scaramouche on the mind.
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no Periporno life, but rather...
Wake up, Hypatia.
You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
No, Hypatia, you've been tricked.
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
Duh. Epic pause. Walks away
Wait,
dramatically like
something's
anime
right.
girl. Is this where she gets stabbed? What? Oh no. This is getting intense. This shit's getting real.
Okay, we finally lost him.
Yeah, I think my mind's gonna be more blown than it was in the first part.
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
It's me. What just happened?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed.
They destroyed Catherine? Those assholes!
After that, Kainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here.
This time, she didn't just transfer her mind into my body. Our minds swapped places.
What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body?
Yes.
Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness. so I can't journey with you anymore.
Oh no.
But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Oh no! Hida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time!
Oh no.
Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague.
It's a code that only we know. We can't let the doctor figure out what we're up to.
Oh, that makes sense! Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Like Tartaglia, I actually do feel kind of bad for Scaramouche.
Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival.
Yes.
Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert?
The moon refers to Nahida herself. Starlight refers to the people of the desert. And illusions and lies refer to the Academia's plan. Academia's plans. There is still a long road ahead.
But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Yes.
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
I think I know what this project is about. I've just received some new intel.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
The Academia is turning the Balladeer into a god.
What?
Do you have any evidence?
I saw a nascent god under construction. Hypatia also showed us the so-called divine consciousness.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Well, the Balladeer was created by a god, so... And she abandoned him. Like an old toy that you don't want to play with anymore because he was too weak. He had too many emotions. He couldn't handle the gnosis. I really do wonder if Scaramouche would have turned out as a better person if he wasn't abandoned by I like he was.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
But then again, even I, until you learn more about her in her story quest, was not the best person, but at the same time, the reason why she did what she did with the Eternity, the Vision Hunt Decree, besides the Fatui meddling with it, but the reason she created a puppet to begin with was to meditate in pursuit of eternity, referring to never changing, because she didn't want to lose, she didn't want to see any more of her friends die or disappear because of life continuing on. Which is why she wanted to try and continue an eternal moment, in a way. Because the poor girl had lost all of her friends back during the cataclysm, including that one dearest to her, her sister Makoto, who Makoto actually revived the Raiden Eye, who sacrificed herself so Makoto could become the Electro Archon. But then Makoto went to revive Eye, essentially. And when she did, the cataclysm happened, and Makoto died, which caused Eye to become the almighty shogun in the pursuit of eternity.
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardes Dii and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation.
The Fatui is also behind some of this. The Fatui may have fanned the flames.
The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time.
Insert freaking Megalovania theme here.
From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Well, let's hope we don't have to create a new god for Irminsul. We need to restore that, so that way Cole's Elazar can go away.
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the Sage's goals.
Let's head to the desert for now. We must stop them no matter what.
Right. We've pretty need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tighnari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
May the wind lead. Or let the wind lead.
Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
I've already been to the desert, actually. Fun fact, this is one of the last waypoints I actually unlocked. In the original 3.0 patch. Here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right? It is indeed quite impressive, truly awe-inspiring.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Hi, Thumb.
Huh?
Oh, hi, Thumb.
Over here.
follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
I'm surprised to see him, honestly. Oops. But why? But why, though?
What the... Where did he go? How did we lose him? They were just here a second ago.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
I honestly didn't know. I also just teleported, so in reality, they shouldn't have even known where I went.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors.
I like Alhaitham. I think he's pretty cool. When his banner comes up, I'll probably pull for him. Sumeru has more male characters that I like than the other regions. I mainly play this game for the waifus, so, and the high quality story. It is, as Silvervale has called it, Breath of the Waifu. In a way.
All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. I never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
Do you participate in the Sage's big project?
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the Sages can offer.
So, you were actually looking for me?
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
It must be because I was so shocked to hear those words again. World, forget me.
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
This situation is a little
So
complicated.
that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right?
Dot, dot, dot.
No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Cadence does seem quite neat. Cadence. I can't ascend her yet. I need more red cactus fruit, which I'm not sure where to find all of them yet. We got her and Sino.
What's wrong? Are you...
I don't intend on using Sino just yet because I can't build him right now. I'm already struggling for artifact pieces for Cadence. Because quite frankly, I don't have much.
Too easy.
Time for a light show! School Bishop 2!
Yield.
Hold the line!
We're gonna get a Hydro Traveler now, though.
Something's come up?
I feel like Cadence will be more useful in the future, though. Going off how... they released Cookie. Her full potential wasn't realized until Danger. So she was intended to, you know, be used at a later date.
Fire hazard!
I already killed those travelers, those treasure hoarders.
Scatter!
Time for a light show!
Oh no, that's a fox. I thought that was one of the scrubs.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
We will, Paimon. Sino. Why can't he do that in the normal game, huh?
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
I already got Sino. I just can't build him right now.
I'll hate them. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Mahamatra.
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth.
What makes you think I can believe you? You just try to attack us.
I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I don't trust him as much as you seem to think. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stand by and do nothing.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
So you did lie to us.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
Sure, for the sages?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh! What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Dia! God, I love Dia.
Wait, Dia?
Sorry, give me one moment. I gotta share this. I gotta share every chance I get of Dia.
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other.
I'm sorry, guys, about all this stopping here,
But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? Seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Yeah, you tell them, girl.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Sorry, I didn't actually even see what my dialogue options were. Don't bug my mic. Neither of them can afford to be distracted by Dia. They're still looking for an opportunity to attack. The wind. Whoosh.
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
Whoosh.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Another sandstorm? What's up with this recently? Probably that tornado, or, you know, the giant storm above the freaking pyramid. Which looks really cool, by the way. Once you get close enough.
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
It's Cadence! It's Kandake. That's actually probably not how her other name is pronounced, so I'm just going to refer to her as Cadence.
Someone's calling for us. Oh, this wind is too strong. Let's get over there.
Oh, come on.
That sounded like Candace.
That sounded like Cadence.
Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
I like her outfit there. Looks a lot like Toma's, Kazuha's, freaking the character that has an element of theirs, part of their design, the Raiden Shogun.
All right, stop yelling.
Alright, so that was kind of funny. I'm gonna be real with you. Alright, stop yelling. Man, calm down, you two. Those two really hate each other, don't they?
Well, this is pretty awkward.
Yes, Paimon, it is.
Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
We'll probably stream until we get to a good stopping point on here, and then I will probably end the stream so I can do more things. And to try to keep these a little shorter than freaking 7 hours. I didn't even realize the stream's that long.
The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
She's so pretty, and yet her kid not very good right now. It'll probably be better when we get a character in the future, and I personally feel like she might be a good support for Nilo, but I don't know. Which, can't wait for her. But for now, I have to settle with Sino, Chance of Tainari, Cadence, Denjo Traveler, and Corlay. But you better believe that I'm going to be pulling for freaking Nilo. Especially with the top-up resets as soon as I get paid. Well, after I pay bills.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
You have my gratitude. I wish I could do a better Ether impression.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
Yes. Yes, I know, and I'll hide them.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand.
I don't think Dia really has any ill intentions, but the reason she is like she is because she needs... Someone needs to beat some sense into these academia fools.
As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Mom. Okay, Mother. Although admittedly she's a better mother than my own, but still.
Oh! On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
Baka. God, I love Dia. But you have to wait till probably at least March before she's a playable character, which is bullshit.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Okay.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
Why would he do that? It's a bit odd.
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me.
Huh. So he exiled himself because the Academia was up to their suspicious activities. Makes sense.
I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning.
Sino is pretty cool. But alas, it's still going to be a little bit before I can build him. I need some elemental mastery, I believe. Or aggravate. And I would like to get his weapon, if at all possible. Be nice to just have another 5-star pole arm. That's not just Skyward Spine, which is equipped in my cadence right now, and Engulfing Lightning.
Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the Academia of today.
So then you decided to exile yourself?
I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages.
I actually did not mean to cut him off. Sorry, Sino.
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
What if this whole story is just made up?
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
So he was sent to investigate us.
What?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
From the very beginning, Al-Haytham was... The sages were watching me from the very beginning?
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Al-Haytham?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages.
So is Alhaitham really a bad guy? Or is he supposed to be the good guy?
Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
What about your encounter with me? Did you join forces with me just so you can investigate me?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
But is he really a criminal? Like, the Academia are clearly the bad guys here. The real bad guys. But that's also largely due to those fudging fatuous. Those bastards trying to make their own new god. Even if the Balandir was originally created by a god to take her place, but then was discarded like a toy that you don't want to play with anymore due to him having human emotions. But instead of just killing him off, I decided that because her sister once saved her after death, that she would spare Scaramouche, or Kuna Kuzashi, I think was his actual name. And then Scaramouche ended up with an encounter with the Fatui, and joined them because they seemed interesting. All while in the pursuit of learning about the truth of this world. Like, even though I didn't get to participate in the event, the Unreconciled Stars, where he discovered it's all a lie. The sky is not real. Or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I didn't get to participate in the event. I will be right back. Oh, wait. It's all a lie. A hoax.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Now that you mention that, things did go that way. Go like that. But is that enough to prove his innocence? Ow.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
It's true. Think of it this way. Conria. It got destroyed because they became too powerful and gained too much knowledge, building the ruin machines, which started to cause problems all over Tevat. And then due to this, it led to the Cataclysm and the Heavenly Principles stepping in and destroying Conria and most of its inhabitants, with the exception of the fact that Dainsliff is still alive. Lots of the Hilichurls are originally Conrian. The Abyss Order is Conrian. Our sister, in my story case, even seems to be Conrian. I mean, the flower in her hair is a Conria flower. Freaking Albedo is made from chalk. The dragon of Dragonspine that became corrupt and tried to destroy Mondstadt. For Venti and freaking... I forgot Storm Terror's original name. Stepped in. Dvalin. There we go.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Wait one moment, guys. I got finished. Hey. Hopefully it's nothing severe then. Got a little infection on my arm.
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Sorry about that, guys. Let me look at something real quick.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru Village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
And I say, this was probably one of my favorite Archon quests.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
That certainly wasn't normal. Don't tell me that's a Rift Hound.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
A Rift Hound, wasn't it? What the hell are Rift Hounds doing in sandstorms? That's what I want to know. this one already. Yeah, I did it.
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Sorry, one moment, guys. Okay.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
I mean, I'm sure she's good, but I hope we get to see a burst in her 4-star use. Because I want to enjoy Cadence, besides Hydro Traveler.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Hear the sound of my knuckles popping. Sounds amazing, right? I was not expecting him to pop that badly, though. Equip 2 of the characters that we saw in this scene. Sino and Alhythe, or not Alhythe. Sino and Cadence. Pretty nice place, though. I'll give them that. They're small but humble. I'm glad to see a few more interiors too. That's something that I think Genshin lacks in, is some interiors. Some more buildings to be able to go inside would be nice. Village Chief lives at the top. essence. Yeah, that seems kind of dangerous for the village chief. If someone wanted to, they could just come here and, you know. Kill him. Or her.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
The Abyss has something to do with this, because otherwise why'd there be Rift Hounds? That's a problem. I hate Rift Hounds. And I've had Kokomei longer than I had Zhongli, but that doesn't mean I like Rift Hounds anymore.
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Their stamina is also something else.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
See Dia fight, finally. Maybe even fight alongside her at least. I doubt they'll let us play as her.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
Good luck. I know you can do this, Dia.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Scatter! Spring forth!
Torrent, bring refuge! Rest and rebuild! Hey! Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up? Nowhere to hide.
Damn.
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
Gia, I didn't see you fight a single one of them. I am disappointed in this game.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Old man.
Huh? Who are you?
Is this the village chief? It's probably the village chief.
My apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Anpu. Anpu. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sorry for all the trouble.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
More stuff to do with the withering. Also, I see what I need for Cadence down there.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves.
We really need to get the Irminsul freaking cured. Elazar, freaking withering zones, earthquakes, abyss sandstorms, freaking the cleansing ritual we had to do in freaking Inazuma, because there's theory out there, which is actually probably true, that Inazuma, well, the sacred Sakura is tied to Irminsul, and Irminsul is also pink leaves, as we saw in the original Sumeru Archon quest.
Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Sorry.
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
These cards like cannons.
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the Academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia Forest. The Academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Oh, I didn't capture the Dia scene, unfortunately, there. Oh well. Tainari also brought up this before. Hypatia was also nearly exiled at the desert.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Oh, iPhone, let's not get him all angry again.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
Why, this was a great opportunity to watch him. It'll be fine, Dia and the others are here too.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Ça va?
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Why do they refer to the Mad Scholars as village keepers?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled Mad Scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When Mad Scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down.
Interesting.
Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the Mad Scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a Mad Scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru Village treated the Mad Scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the Village Keepers.
The soft green light? A Mad Scholar protecting Aru Village? What do you make of it, Traveler?
Must have been Nahida's power. Only she could be capable of
I
that.
would think so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the Mad Scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru Village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story?
The Mad Scholar's power likely came from Lesser Lord Kusanali. Lesser Lord Kusanali was actually the one who protected the village.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the Mad Scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru?
Yes.
The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... how should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
Referring to the Anxiety Dookie. She also saved me once not long ago. We saved Sumero City together in a not-so-distant past.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth!
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali.
We did?
How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
You betcha.
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Excuse me.
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
You're a child, though. I don't know how much help you could actually provide.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Please help him, Sino.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Real quickly, though. I just want to do something real quick. Now, I'm no master with Sino's style, and since I have him at a relatively low level, he can't do much, but I got lucky with my 10 pole and got him, so kind of nice.
Surrender! Pointless. Nowhere to run. Judgment is upon us. Guilty. Your penance is due. Guilty. You stand condemned. Your sins weigh upon your soul. Guilty. Your penance is due. Guilty. You stand condemned.
I mean, look at this guy. He's pretty freaking cool. I actually look forward to playing as him more, although I know I'll probably need my Zhongli a little more than I would like to rely on him. But if it protects against interruption, then I guess it's not that bad. You know? And if you want to make his attack's most powerful, you need to strike when that eye that was on the screen is golden. Honestly, Sino just looks cool. I didn't expect to get him, but I'm sure I don't regret getting him. I was actually fully expecting to lose the 50-50. So yeah.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
Against.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
Isak.
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
Oh, sweet.
this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
You say Grandpa was probably Nahida. She must have soothed the older man. The other mad scholars as well. The look on Sino's face, he's probably connected the dots as well.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Esau keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Hey, Isak!
Look at the low detail. I said loads. Love it.
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Your grandpa will be found safe and sound.
Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
I think this might be a good place to stop for now.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Especially the shrooms. Who knows if they're poisonous.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
It was a little suspicious.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you. Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. Might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young, so as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy. Okay, thank you, sir.
Huh?
What's wrong, Sino? Did something happen?
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
God. High sense. I think that might be a good place to stop.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Join the Aramites. Embrace a wonderful new life.
Thank you. And sorry.
Yeah. I think we're gonna stop there. I'll just have to avoid coming into this area for a while. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know I'm not the most interesting and entertaining person in the world, but still, I try. I'm more interested in the story, which is why for a lot of these Genshin streams related to story, I don't talk a lot. But I will see you when the next stream I do, which will probably be tomorrow, sometime after work. Although I might have to grind my weekly bosses again. We'll see. For now, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And thank you for watching my stream.
Yeah.
I'll take that.